apparently something's popping off in this building behind me later on this evening. Thought I might as well pop in. Okay, so I'm going to give my thoughts pre-game. I'm a good, probably like 4 hours before kick-off. Yeah, no messing about. Traffic is going to be bonkers, and the atmosphere is already building. Like, do you know what? It feels like the game's about to kick off in the next 45 minutes. That's how many people are here. But yeah, I'm here. Gonna go and get something to eat before the game. It's going to be a long ass day. Trying to see if I recognise anybody, because I know a few people are looking to come. Personal friends. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that yeah, got a good atmosphere. Seen a fair few fans from both teams dotted all over London. My thoughts regarding the game: I think Real Madrid will win. They're just too strong, and they find a way. I think Real Madrid will win, but I hope Dortmund will be able to give them a run for their money. You want to see a good game, right? But I think Madrid will win. I'm gonna go for about a 2-goal margin, so either like a 2-0 or 3-1, something like that. So that's it. But yeah, so far everything's going off peacefully. And I guess England, London, UK, Wembley don't want any problems after the Euros of 2020. Well, it took place in 2021, but Euro 2020. So yeah. So more updates to come. I'm in the UEFA bar area. I don't even know what to call it. Thought I'd catch some drinks, non-alcoholic obviously. I don't drink. But yeah, just sample some of the atmosphere. So let me show you some of the scenes that are happening. So as you can see, quite a fair few Dortmund fans, Madrid fans starting to come in. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's nice. DJ doing his thing. It's all good, man. So yeah. Just a few hours down to the big kickoff. Looking forward to it. But yeah, it's nice vibes. Nice vibes. Alright, it's half time at the Champions League final here in London, 0-0. It's been a pretty decent game so far, KG, chess match if you will. But all the good stuff has come from Dortmund. Hitting the post, Adeyemi, he's got some joy on Dortmund's left, but he's leaving Calaval, if I pronounced his name correctly, free on the right. So that's an engaging contest where both want to go forward. It's just basically who gets the better of going forward. But that aside, the midfield battle has been quite intriguing. From a Real Madrid point of view, I'd love to see them string a few passes together. Kroos is doing his bit, but Bellingham is being somewhat frozen out of the game a little bit. Definitely need their match winners more in the game from a Real Madrid point of view. Dortmund have just counted themselves as very unlucky that they haven't scored yet. But it's a classic case where you strike while the iron's hot and they haven't scored. I do hope that doesn't come back to bite them on the you-know-what, but we've seen football many a story where if you don't take your chances, you get punished. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, loving it so far, loving it. Wembley have put on a really great event. Shame about the idiots who are running onto the pitch. People pay a lot of money or the opportunity to be in a Champions League final to watch, and you ruin it by running on. I don't know what it was, whether it was just stupid fans or some sort of protest. But yeah, thankfully it's not ruined a good game. So yeah, and the glare from the stadium is causing some reflections. But yeah, good game so far. Yep, it's going to be a while before people get home tonight then. Wowzers. So, the game is concluded. At the time of doing this recording, I've had to take some time to recover because what an experience. Absolutely wrecked. So this is the day after. Obviously, the game is concluded and Real Madrid have won the match. But yeah, I'm so exhausted because getting out of Wembley Stadium at the best of times is a bit tricky. But given the high profile nature of this game, the fact it's Champions League final, which is still, I believe, the most annually watched sports event in the world. There's going to be extra security, extra measures, extra road closures in and around Wembley area. So yeah, getting home took some time, let's put it that way. And it was a long day and it was a great experience, but a very long day where I've only just resurfaced and I wasn't in any position to do any kind of post-match analysis and general thoughts of the day. So I'm going to try and do this quickly. Yeah, first and foremost, from a personal point of view, really great experience. Never been to, well, it's like gold dust, isn't it? Not everybody goes to a Champions League final. So that was my first time, probably my only time in my life. So well, it was a great experience, both for me and my family, my pops. I went with my dad. So he loved it. He too was equally wrecked. So yeah, just, and a couple of people who I knew who also went, totally just surfaced Sunday afternoon. So yeah, it's it's great experience. Great to see the game, but the getting home afterwards, boy, you need a day recovery. So all good on that front. Man is recovered. So before I speak about the game, just the experience as a whole. Anyone who knows me personally, I always say, look, if you can, if you're a football fan, go to a football tournament, summer football tournament, or should we even say summer football tournament anymore, especially with what happened with the World Cup. But just go to a football tournament, an international football tournament. Because if you're a football fan, you'll love it. You'll love it. It's completely different to the club dynamic we have week in, week out when we're supporting our club. You go and it's like a festival, and the Champions League is the closest we get that from at a club level, particularly when it's a final and you've got a mix of international fans supporting their team. And in this case, we had Spanish and German fans supporting their team. And it was just all good-natured, no drama. They were mixing, from what I saw anyway, they were mixing, congregating Wembley Way and in and around the area. And fair play to the Borough of Brent, where they've put a lot of areas, or just Wembley in general, they put a lot of areas in and around the stadium where you can eat, drink, just jam ahead of the game, around the outlet centre as well. So it's a cool vibe. So people were using that a lot yesterday. UEFA, Wembley, Brent, whatever, the FA, don't know who. It was definitely UEFA anyway, but I happened to experience, I was fortunate enough to experience an area where, fans could have gone to an area where they can eat and drink that was UEFA owned. They put something on for the fans. So I was there pre-match and a little bit post-match, which was really cool. Just the vibe. You would have seen some of the images and pictures and videos as part of this this piece. But yeah, it was great. Real festival vibe. Everyone was just having a laugh. They put on a concert, a mini concert, got bands and whatnot. It's really great, really, really good. And so it kind of reminds me of being at a World Cup or being at the Euros. As for the game itself, it wasn't a great game. These finals tend not to be great games, but it was a good game. I thought it was a good enough game. I thought Dortmund, to quote my old man, he said, look, in football, I guess in life in general, timing is everything and you've got to take your opportunities. And Dortmund had that from the half to good opportunities that came in the first half. Dortmund didn't take it. I know they were a bit unlucky hitting the post where the spin of the ball, we've seen it so many times when it can hit the post and spin in. It clearly just didn't spin out, and it just wasn't their day yesterday or Saturday. But they had they probed, but I never felt that they were likely to score. And in my halftime piece, where if I was a Real Madrid fan, you want to see the match winners get more of the ball, and we saw that a little bit. Kroos had a good game. I felt he had a good game. He's the one from a Real Madrid point of view who was somewhat trying to make something happen. Those in front of him struggled in the first half, but the second half, the match winners turned up a little bit. Obviously, Carvajal, I can never pronounce his name correctly, but who I mentioned during it's strange how Adeyemi went off, and not long after that, Carvajal scored a goal. I think it's just pure coincidence, but I enjoyed their battle on the wing. So he scored the goal, cross, and then a well-taken goal from Vinicius Jr. At first, I stood up and applauded. I thought, what a finish, because it's big moments, big games. You need your top guys to do the business. But having seen it on the replay, he actually kicked it into the ground, and it just, not bobbled, but that bounce beat the keeper in the directions. But either way, they Real Madrid take it home. So yeah, that was it. Adeyemi's one where I'm sure he's thinking now, like, he's had 2 bad touches, one-on-one with the keeper, but he never fancied it. I mean, even if you couldn't score, commit the keeper to bring you down, sending off potential penalty, whatever, something. He had another opportunity, a bad heavy touch, shot, and then one of his teammates tried to header it in off Courtois. Save. Courtois seems to, I don't know what it is about Champions League finals. He just becomes 8 feet tall and 8 feet wide, because it's difficult to beat. We saw this 2 years ago against Liverpool. Although I thought that was a lot of the opportunities were bad finishing from Liverpool's part. He was there still making himself difficult in that game to beat, and he was in this year's competition too. So yeah, I thought the key moment of the match, though, not necessarily the match, the whole occasion, was the Dortmund fans. They were out in force, proper yellow wall, their side of Wembley, and the team applauded them just before kickoff, and the team applauded them at the end, because they didn't stop the fans. They just went on, kept driving, and I guess, they hope, they hope to have won, and they are somewhat punching above their weight because they might have Munich in their own country, and then, they have so many players, top managers they've had over the last 15 years that have left them, that if they all stayed together, they would have been a force, but they was generally a selling club. But yeah, they did well. And the Real Madrid fans, in comparison, they weren't as loud and not combative is the word I'm looking for. Loud and vocal. That's it, vocal. But I was thinking, because it's not complacency, but they expect. We've been here, we've done this, we see, even though the first half's not going well, we know what will happen. I think that's the thing. We all deep down knew Real Madrid were going to win. So, yeah, there you go. So they've won their 15th, and that's just bonkers. They're now encroaching in certain countries. I mean, say England, for example, Man United have won the most league titles in England, which is 20. Real Madrid have won 15 Champions Leagues. 15 times champions of Europe. That is bonkers. So anyway, I'm sure before the decade is out, I'm sure they'll have a few more. And if Mbappe comes, then yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, great game. Well, not great game, good game, great occasion. Had a hell of a lot of fun. And yeah, it was a vibe. It was an absolute vibe. Who knows when Champions League final will come to London again. It's been 11 years since it was last in London. At time to Dortmund lost to Munich. But yeah, brilliant. Really, really, really brilliant. And yeah, although there's plus points in terms of the kind of accessible areas where people can go and eat and drink and, you know, get festive before the game. The way our Wembley is so built up now in around the stadium is so difficult to get out of. And, you know, you've got the biggest stadium in Europe now that they've knocked down to rebuild Nou Camp, biggest stadium in Europe, 90,000, all trying to disperse all in one go, and such a built-up area is so difficult. But anyway, so that was it. That's it. That's club season well and truly done. Yeah, so again, as I summarize, good game, better occasion, great experience. So the Stadium Veteran signing out. Peace.